everyone, it's your Grizz and I'm in the garage and it's time to get on and get this BMW started again and work towards the finishing line of getting this bike completed. So now I've got a few things I need to sort out. The front end of the bike is not the same as the original bike. The original bike is an R1200S. The front end of the bike, because I wanted to put a beefier front end on it basically and lower it a little bit. So the front end is a mixture of different parts, but mainly the front end is R1200S. So what I've not had since I've had the bike is to be able to make sure that these calipers fit up correctly, because I'm not 100% sure if this is the right caliper. I think it is, but I'm pretty sure it is, but I need to check it. So in order to do that, I need to fit some brake discs. I've not had the correct brake discs on the bike since I bought that front end either. So yeah, I need to get the correct size brake disc on and the brake caliper to line everything up. So I need to make sure everything lines up as such, you know. So I need to do that. I've also got a new rear brake disc as well. Got new pads all round. I've also got a rebuild kit for the rear brake caliper, but we'll come to that at a later date. The other thing that I've got is the handlebar conversion. Yeah, this is made by LSL. You can see that, LSL. And it's a very nice piece of kit. Now this is obviously going to give me raised handlebars and will basically give me more clearance around the tank, or above the tank, around the tank as such. So that's going to be really good to get on. I need to get that on and just make sure everything fits up correctly. I've not correctly fitted this. I've not actually fitted it yet. So I need to fit that and make sure that fits. So anyway, that's enough talk. Let's get on with it. Let's get this front wheel off and get the new brake discs fitted. Okay, so the wheel's out. R1200S wheel, brake disc. Let's get the brake discs on. Right, let's get this packaging off. So peef paff poof, the brake discs are on. I've not used any thread lock on there because I'm going to disassemble this again. It's not a permanent fitting of the brake discs right now. So I just want to use a little bit of Silclean brake cleaner, brake and chain cleaner. This is excellent stuff, by the way. So yeah, just want to get any residue off that so I don't contaminate any brake pads or anything like that. What I desperately want to do is fit the knobbly tires, because it's going to really make the bike feel a bit more like the direction we're going. But the knobbly tires are going to have to wait until I've powder coated the wheel or painted the wheel. So let's get it cleaned. Let's get the brake disc cleaned and get it back on the bike. Right, I didn't think I'd bore you with fitting the wheel back on again. So let's get the brake caliper on and hopefully this will line up. So yeah, here goes the big moment. Drum roll please. Looks alright. I'll fit some pads in a sec, but I just want to do a dry run. Let's tighten tighten that up a sec. Not sounding good. Uh-oh. Okay, so it looks like if I hold it that way, it's absolutely fine until we tighten it. So I've taken the brake caliper off and I can see I'm getting a bit of contact on the inside here, and that's actually about it. So it's just on here really, but from what I'm looking at, I don't think they're really sitting quite centrally. So what I'm going to try doing, I've got some old washers here, I'm going to try building up this edge so it's kind of no, sorry, I'm going to build up this edge so it sits further away from the disc, and hopefully I'll get a bit more clearance. I just need to get the brake disc running right up through the middle, obviously, of the center of the brake caliper. So I'm going to space that out, see if I can get it spaced out. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to fit the brake pads, so I've got everything there, so I'm getting all my everything kind of measured up correctly as such. Hopefully you have a good view angle here. So I've left the back cover off so I can see whether the disc is running nice and to the center of this brake caliper. So let's put it on, and I'm going to use two like thin spacers just in between there. It's going to be a bit fiddly, so what I'm going to do, put one bolt in, get that one bolt in place, and then just use a couple of thin washers. Okay, so now for the moment of truth. Have I got it? Yes, that'll do. It's not exactly central, actually it is. No, it is, that is pretty good. That's pretty good actually. Now I pull that pad over. I don't know how well you guys can see on the camera, but that is running nice. And once even pressure is applied from those pistons, it'll give you good clearance. So I just need to get some proper washers. I'll measure that up, and we're in business. I thought I'd just double check. I fitted the other side, this side, sorry, caliper as well. So we've got both calipers on now, and yeah, I think it's all good. I'm happy with that. Sorted. Right, let's move on to the handlebars. Okay, so handlebarings. Let's get these bad boys on. This is not your conventional setup, as most would work. This works off of a ball joint, which sits in the bottom of the fork clamps, in the middle there, and yeah, so that would go in there as such, and then squeaky. Then that actually attaches to the bottom of the headstock frame, well, the headstock. So yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Let's have a look. So now I've got to remove the nut which sits on the bottom of this ball joint, which is attached to this is like the headstock, the frame. So yeah, let me undo that and then we can get the handlebars off. Actually, what I'm going to do first is just take the actual bars off and loosen off the tightening pinch bolts as well. So now I've got to remove the nut which sits on the bottom of this ball joint, which sits underneath here, the headstock of the frame. Let's get that off. And as you can see, this is how the telelever suspension works. You've got like a wishbone here, and then you've got another ball joint under that wishbone attaching to the fork bottom clamp, and another one fitting at the top. Anyway, let me now go on to fit the ball joint in the upper fork clamp. So I'm just going to apply a bit of thread lock onto the thread here and make it nice and safe so it doesn't come undone at any point. I doubt it will anyway, because it's going to be quite stiff, I think, to actually get it on. But we'll just play on the side of caution. I'm not going to use loads, just a bit to keep it there. Ball joint going on. Right, I'm actually going to get the drill on this in a minute. So I've had enough of struggling with things over the years. I bought myself a Sealy impact wrench. This is 230 volt. It's does up to 300 Newton meters of torque. This one's a model number, what is it? IW230V. So yeah, top kit for a top job. So it's, yeah, super stiff. So I'm just going to give it a little buzz, because these do take a lot of tightening. Still not in place yet. That's it. He's in place and no damage to the gator. So that's all good. Job done. So now let's get the top fork clamp on. Squeeze it over the top of the forks, like so. I'm just going to tighten that off a little on the pinch bolts. Uno, so they're nice and straight and level. And then to get the ball joint back in place. Now, just to put the nut on the bottom of that ball joint thread and get them done up. Just make sure that's on straight. Right, I've just taken it off the little kind of makeshift stand I made for it, and yeah, put the tank back on. And yeah, I'm trying to give you a good angle on this bike. I've not really a lot of room. I'm literally resting up against the garage wall and fridge here, trying to get as far away as possible from it. But it gives you a good idea. That tank obviously is not in its final resting place, but it does give us a feel for where we're going. I think it's going to look amazing once I get those wheels painted and with the knobbly tires on. It's really we're gonna start feeling this build even more, I think. But I'm happy with those handlebars. I wasn't sure about them, I'll be honest. I wasn't sure if they would really suit the bike, but I think they do. I think it works. I think it does suit the bike. What do you think, guys? Yeah, it's a start, so I'm quite happy with that. Happy that I don't need another set of brake calipers. I'll get some proper washers to space those out, so I'm happy with that. I have spotted, which I thought they were anyway, that the fork seals are leaking, but I've got a new seal kit for it. And yeah, I'm happy with these. I can actually turn it now all the way around without it hitting the tank. So that's rather cool, I think. Nice. Right then, you lot, that is enough for today. The next one, I think I'm going to clean up the engine. This engine needs sorting. I need to actually hear it started, because I've paid a lot of money for this and I've not even heard it run yet. So, so I'm going to clean this up, sort out all the little bits of corrosion, get it painted, and go about stripping the bike down and getting it in the frame and getting it started. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that all in one vlog, but we'll see what we can do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. Please do hit that like button if you've enjoyed today's video, and subscribe please. I don't say it often, guys, but I'm going to say it a little bit more often now. But anyway, like it, subscribe if you like it, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.